The Subud Archives are going to be unveiled this Saturday. It's a big event, and many people, a great committee, have been working on it for a long, long time. And the payoff is coming up on Saturday. Matthew Clark holds dual citizenship in Subud, New York, and Subud Midwest is listed as a member in both those places, and yet does Latihan anywhere he wants now in the pandemic and post-pandemic era. Matthew, first, congratulations on the amazing work that in large part you've spearheaded. Tell us about the archive and what's going to happen on Saturday.
On Saturday, we have our inaugural event at the Amani Center, virtual, and it's a global celebration. We'll have Sharif and Tootie kick off with a preliminary keynote, and then we've got Nahum Harlep, the WSA chair, Siono Bapap's grandson, the WSA executive, the head of the WSA Archive Committee, Matthew Moore, and then a group of people that have been involved in this effort for a year and a half. We'll all have a blip to say something pertinent about the archive project and where it's going next.
To the Amani Center, yes?
It's going to the Amani Center. The boxes have arrived and have been put on shelves. But that's just the beginning. That's the end of the end of the beginning and the beginning of the next chapter, which is to create a living archive, which is an interactive experience with Bapak's legacy. There's going to be an amazing website unveiled this weekend, which will be so much more than just a one-way thing. It's a two-way kind of experience. And we have a lot of projects as well.
Yeah, I was pretty stunned when I saw some of the artists who are represented in the Living Archive and curators like Betty Parsons and others who I had no idea there was a Subud connection. And so, I want to talk to you about that, but also about this notion that this is not just a dusty room with a bunch of bankers' boxes that have old newspaper clippings. Those are part of it, but the archives are much more than that, if that's what people think they are.
I love that final scene of Indiana Jones where the Ark of the Covenant is put in a room with a zillion other boxes to be lost forever. That's definitely not our archives. It has obviously shelves and boxes, but we have many projects which we'll be talking about on Saturday, including, thanks to Sika, the In Memoriam project, writ larger, where we have and will have many people who have been pioneers and innovators in Subud recognized and available to interact with, even though they've passed, as well as members telling their stories and oral histories that will be video recorded. And so that's just a small slice of what we have in mind.
Why is this project so important at this time, Matthew?
Well, there are many people coming into Subud today who never had the opportunity that some of us had to actually meet Bapak. And so if we do it the way we hope to, we hope to transmit and share the experience of Bapak's legacy, and not just the written word, but the actual connection that so many of us feel for those coming into Subud. In addition to that, we are Subud, we are the Latihan, and it's a chance for people, not just on the written page, but in a context like this, talking to share the spiritual experiences that have brought us to Subud and to come with the Latihan.
It seems appropriate that it's going to Washington, D.C.
Well, it's much needed in Washington, D.C., and hopefully, hopefully it will have an impact on some spiritual level. But more than that, D.C. is the headquarters for the Library of Congress, the U.S. Archives, all the institutions, and we're right down the street from the University of Maryland, which happens to be one of the very top library science and information science schools in the U.S., and a tremendous resource as well.
You love archives.
I do. I'm a collector, a bibliophile. I inherited my dad's collection and have set about to expand upon it. And I have some wonderful treasures, and we'll be looking forward to donating that collection one day to Amani Center.
Thanks for your good work, brother.
Thank
Just
you,
very
Paul.
impressive. Continued
Yeah,
success.
truck on.